The first couple questions are going to lay some important groundwork. Here's number 1. The inaugural Baseball Hall of Fame class was in what year? 1935, 1936, 1938, or 1939? The answer is 1936. Question 2. How many inductees were in the 1936 class? Was it 3, 4, 5, or 6? The answer is 5. Here's question 3. Here are 4 of the 5 inductees from 1936. Who received the most votes for induction? Was it Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Hannes Wagner, or Walter Johnson? The answer is Ty Cobb. Cobb received 98.2% of the vote, and believe it or not, 4 people left him off their ballot. Question 4 is about the Georgia Peach. Ty Cobb is Major League Baseball's all-time leader with a career .366 batting average. But how many times did Cobb hit 400? Was it 0, 1, 3, or 4 times? Incredibly, Cobb hit 400 3 times. Question 5 is our last one about Cobb. Just how many batting titles did Ty Cobb win? Did he win 5, 8, 9, or 12? It's hard to imagine, but Cobb won 12 batting titles. Question 6 is also about the class of 1936. Who was the 5th member of the 1936 class? Was it Christy Mathewson, Cy Young, Tris Speaker, or Rogers Hornsby? The answer is the 373-game winner, Christy Mathewson. Question 7 shows just how incredible this class of 1936 was. According to Baseball Reference, the 1936 class has the most WAR of any class in the Hall of Fame. What is their combined WAR? Is it 635.9, 689.1, 738.7, or 773.8? The answer is 738.7. Ruth, Johnson, and Cobb each have a WAR of over 150, while Wagner and Mathewson are over 100. Question 8 is about Christy Mathewson. What was the origin of Christy Mathewson's nickname Big Six? Was it based on the Big Six Fire Company, meaning he was the fastest to put out a fire? Was it because he was 6 foot tall? Was it because he had 6 fingers on his pitching hand? Or was he simply the oldest of 6 kids? Well, he was 6'1", and he was the oldest of 6 kids, but the answer is A. In fact, while many of us don't know a whole lot about Christy Mathewson, his Hall of Fame plaque says that he was the greatest of all the pitchers in the 20th century's first quarter. Question 9 is about the famous Hannes Wagner baseball card. In 2022, the T206 Hannes Wagner card sold at a record price of how much? Was it $3.9 million, $4.75 million, $6.1 million, or $7.25 million? The answer is D, $7.25 million. It's possible that there was only about 50 cards that were ever produced. Question 10 is related to these legends, Ruth and Cobb. Neither Cobb nor Ruth was voted into the Hall of Fame by unanimous vote. Who is the only player that was? Was it Tom Seaver, Stan Musial, Ted Williams, or Mariano Rivera? The answer is Mariano Rivera. He has a Major League record 652 saves. Question 11. While the first Hall of Fame class was in 1936, what year did the National Baseball Hall of Fame actually open? Was it 1936, 1937, 1939, or 1940? The answer is 1939. Question 12 is about 4 Hall of Fame pitchers. 4 pitchers had been elected to the Hall of Fame by 1938. Which of them won the Triple Crown 3 times? Was it Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, Cy Young, or Grover Alexander? Incredibly, both Walter Johnson and Grover Alexander accomplished this feat 3 times. Christy Mathewson did it twice, and Cy Young did it once. Question 13 is about Cy Young. Cy Young's 511 wins is a Major League record, but Cy is not his actual name. What's the origin of this nickname? Is it A, he had a lazy eye and some friends used to call him Cyclops? Is it B, he was well known for riding his bicycle everywhere? Is it C, nobody is really sure? Or is it D, Cyclone, because his fastball would break the boards of fences? The answer is D, they called Cy Young the Cyclone. Question 14 is about the Babe. Babe Ruth's 182.8 WAR is a Major League record, but how much of that can be attributed to his pitching days? Is it 20.4, 30.4, 40.4, or 50.4? The answer is A, 20.4. Ruth was quite a pitcher, and according to my analysis, if there had been a Cy Young Award given out in 1916, he would have just narrowly edged out Walter Johnson for the award. Question 15 is about Tris Speaker. Speaker was a doubles machine and is the MLB all-time doubles leader. But how many did he club? Was it 644, 681, 752, or 792? The answer is D, 792. Question 16 is about some guys with a lot of doubles. There are 4 members of the 700 Doubles Club. Which player below does not belong? Is it Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, Hank Aaron, or Stan Musial? The answer is C, Hank Aaron. While the Hammer hit 755 home runs, he's not a member of the 700 Doubles Club. Question 17 is about this iconic picture from 1939. The 11 living legends came to celebrate the opening of the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1939. Ty Cobb's not pictured. Who's the guy sitting to Ruth's far left? That would be our right. Is it Pete Alexander, or you may know him as Grover Alexander? Is it George Sisler, Cy Young, or Eddie Collins? Yep, it's none other than Cy Young. Question 18 is also related to this photo. The record holder for 3-hit games in a season is in this photo. Is it Honus Wagner, Tris Speaker, Eddie Collins, or George Sisler? The answer is George Sisler. In 1920, he had 41 3-hit games. Question 19 is about this guy. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1939, this player has the Major League record for at-bats per strikeout. Is it Cap Anson, Willie Keeler, Rogers Hornsby, or Joe Tinker? The answer is Willie Keeler. You could only strike this guy out every 63 at-bats. Question 20 is a Who Said It? People ask me what I do in the winter when there's no baseball. I'll tell you what I do. I stare out the window and wait for spring. Who said it? Was it Rogers Hornsby, Dizzy Dean, Yogi Berra, or Lou Gehrig? The answer is A, Cardinals legend Rogers Hornsby. Well, it's time to stretch, and while you are, leave me a comment and let me know if you got that last question. I'm kind of curious about that one. There's 5 more questions left. Good luck. Question 21 is about this catcher? With 534 home runs, it's no wonder they called him the Beast. Is it Harmon Killebrew, Eddie Matthews, Jimmy Fox, or Mel Ott? It's none other than Jimmy Fox. Known as a first baseman, Fox began his career as a catcher, and he caught off and on throughout his entire career. Question 22 is about Stan the Man. Stan Musial was a 1969 inductee. Who was it that said this about him? How good was Stan Musial? He was good enough to take your breath away. Was it Vin Scully, Jack Buck, Harry Carey, or Mel Allen? It was the legendary Dodgers announcer, Vin Scully. Question 23 is about the class of 1973. Before Gretzky, the great one played baseball. Who is it? Is it Ted Williams, Sandy Koufax, Lefty Gomez, or Roberto Clemente? The answer is D, the great Roberto Clemente. Question 24 has something to do with Grover Alexander. The last time someone tossed more shutouts in a season than our guy in question was in 1916 when Grover Alexander threw 16 shutouts. Who is the 1981 Hall of Fame inductee who threw 13 one season? Was it Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, Carl Hubbell, or Jim Palmer? It was the great Bob Gibson. He tossed 13 shutouts in 1968, posting an ERA of 1.12. Our final question has something to do with Ted Williams. Nobody's hit 400 since Ted Williams accomplished the feat in 1941. 3 of the following Hall of Famers hit 388 or better in one season. Which one of these guys did not? Was it Wade Boggs, George Brett, Rod Carew, or Tony Gwynn? The answer is A, Wade Boggs. While Boggs never hit 388, he did hit over 360 4 different times. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you scored, let me know what your favorite questions were, and give me any ideas for future videos. Thanks for watching.